Hey, you, come here. Come here. I want to introduce you to somebody. Look at this. Look at this little dude. Okay, so this is my slime model. This was done by Velixiri and Alice Nid. And look at how bouncy, look at how, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. I won this in a game of marbles, by the way. Useless information that you don't care about. This is actually technically the first me model on this channel, because my model's done, I just don't have it rigged. So, technically this is my 1.0, so enjoy that. Anyway, here's what we're doing. Excuse the scuff, I have no, like, structure to this. I have no template. I'm just going off of notes that I made. So there will be scuff, is what I'm saying. Anyway, as a proto VTuber, I exist in 3 states. I exist watching streams, doom scrolling, or we'll just focus on those 2 for now. So I was doom scrolling, and I'm a Filthy Reels user. So I was on Instagram, and I came across this video by, you can see in the tag there, it's Dad That Games. We're gonna watch this video, and then we'll set the stage for what we're actually doing. So, Link versus Blue Lizalfos in Breath of the Wild. Link catches the Lizalfos' thrown boomerang and throws it back at the dude to kill him. Okay, so, badass. No question about that, badass. My issue is, I have, hold on, wait. I have, wake up. I have 555 or more hours in Breath of the Wild, and I have never seen that happen before, ever. Like, I haven't caught a boomerang like that because I have never seen a Lizalfos throw a boomerang like that. Now, to be clear, I am not saying this video is faked. I have no reason to believe that, but I do want to try and recreate this because it's not something that I've seen before. So to stack the deck in my favor, just to like get as much information as I can to try and make this as fruitful a thing as possible, because I would like to recreate this, or at the very least be given the opportunity to recreate this. I'm gonna go over the video and talk about what you can see in here to like make as close of a recreation as possible. So the first thing is, this is a blue Lizalfos. Right now it looks kind of biblically accurate, but that's just the frame we're on. Just don't worry about that. My issue is with my file, I'm very end game, so hold up, I'll actually show this. I will get out of the way, hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'm very end game in my file, and I can't actually see my file right now. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the Shrine of Resurrection. Okay, doesn't matter. All that's relevant that you need to see is, oop, not that, hold on. I'm playing with delay, and also, I'm playing using my OBS preview. Yeah, you can see, I've gotten all the Divine Beasts, I've done the DLCs even, so I probably won't be able to find Blue Lizalfos, but the only difference, really, between Blue Lizalfos and the other kinds of Lizalfos is just the amount of health they have. So it really doesn't matter too much whether I find a blue one or a black one or a silver one, it doesn't matter. So I will take what I can get in that regard. The other thing is that the weapon that's being used here, oh nice, I paused exactly on the frame I wanted. The weapon that's being used here is a Tri-Lizalfos boomerang. Realistically, I will probably find more of these than any other type of one-handed weapon when we're talking about Lizalfos specifically, but it really doesn't matter. As long as it is a boomerang, I'm fine with it. What I did find odd though, is that I did most of my research on this through Zelda Dungeon, not that I did a lot of research, but the weird thing that I found is that blue Lizalfos don't usually carry the tri-boomerangs, they usually carry the forked ones. So that could be something weird, but I could also just explain it away by saying this dude just dropped a Tri-Lizalfos boomerang for an unarmed Lizalfos to pick up. So that's probably what happened here. Now, almost equally important are what we can't tell from this video. So 2 things that we cannot see. 1, just because of the cropping, we don't know if this is master mode, but realistically, I don't think that really matters because enemy tactics don't change between master mode and regular mode. The other thing we can't tell is where we actually are. Now, I did Breath of the Wild GeoGuessr. The problem is I don't have a compass from this video to really see where we are. What I'll try to do is I will try to find this location before I start actually making my attempts. Like I'm gonna cut here and then start making attempts at recreating this. I'll see if I can find where this is. If I can, great. If not, location isn't really gonna matter because enemy tactics don't change depending on where they are. With all that said, I will, I guess, meet you in the game itself and we'll try and do this. Hey, here's a stupid fact that nobody really cares about. Did you know you can't get the Master Cycle Zero into the Shrine of Resurrection? Like, you can get it into this little tunnel, but it will not let you take it below this cliff. I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what that breaks, but I thought it would be funny to recreate the intro of the game, but with the motorcycle, like, coming out of here. But I guess I'm not allowed to do that, so, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save 50... I actually expected that to kill me. Anyway, so here's the thing. I'm gonna go to where we are gonna start making attempts at this. I think I've actually figured out a very suitable location. I will expand a little bit on that in a couple of minutes, but right now, something I forgot to mention in the intro, oh my god, something I forgot to mention in the intro. Oh my god, I'm hitting trees. Stop, please. This is what happens when I try to talk and drive. That's also accurate to real life. What was I saying? Right. You're gonna see something that I put myself through, and because I recorded it, it's now your problem. I wanted my world state to be as default as possible, just so that all of the enemies were where they were supposed to be. If I jump off of here, do I die? Badass. So I wanted to force a blood moon, and for some reason, that took me way longer than I thought it would. So I recorded for like an hour trying to make that happen. So you're gonna see clips of that now, and I will meet you where I think is the best to start making attempts at recreating this video. Come on, come on, come on, shoot. There you go. Hey, how you doing? How are the kids? Doing good? Sally getting her grades up? Sweet. No, don't jump on the bike. Where are my friends? My friends that I want to violently rip apart limb from limb. That's the perks you get if you're my friend in real life. I want to ride into battle on a deer. I really want to ride into battle on a deer. This is so stupid. I'm gonna scare... Hold on, let me... No! Bambi, no! I want to sacrifice you to the robot gods. Nope, that doesn't work. Maybe if I'm on... Oh! Okay, we are... I don't care about that anymore. I just want another one. Where are they? Give them to me. I want to taste them. Breath of the Wild non-consumable item tier list for tasting. Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. Is this just the video at this point? Just me trying to hunt down guardians just to make the next part of the video work? That's probably what this is at this point. Blom, 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 blom. Who's that VTuber that goes into people's streams and like asks them to pop? Can you do that to me? I'm good at it. I just showed I'm really good at it. There's one right there. I'm gonna land on his stupid fucking head. Ooh, you know what looks tasty? The inside of the leg. Do you see that? Oh, I'd eat that. Well, I probably wouldn't. I probably couldn't eat it, but like, do you know what I mean? Hold on, badass entry. Ready? Get blown up, kid. Jesus, his leg went into the ground. Can I hit that, please? Don't clip that. I'm gonna go back to Great Plateau. I'm gonna pray that this was finally enough. This is going on like 40 minutes of just guardian hunting. Bro is enamored with that torch right now. Are you seeing that? Look at how longingly he's looking at it. Get you a man who looks at you the same way Link looks at this torch. In this flame I see the blood of my enemies. So many bodies, so much carnage. I don't regret what I've done. I do it again. For the greater good. Okay, is it? Oh my god, finally, I need to include the fact that I'm going completely insane in the video now. Great. Fantastic. Thank you, Moon, for finally cooperating. I swear to god, this took me like 40 minutes. No. I've been doing this session for 30 minutes. This took like an hour. I know how to use time effectively, don't I? Okay, so I know I said location probably isn't important, and I don't think it is, but I do want to account for as many variables as possible, so if I can match the location of the video, I want to try to do that. And I think I've found where this video takes place. So I think in the video it is sunset, putting the sun on Link's right, meaning west is right. he is looking south at the pillars of... Oh, it's pillars of Levias. I've been calling them pillars of Levias all this time. Whatever, doesn't matter. Looking at these things. So I think that puts him directly north of here, because I think you can see the pillars of Levias and also the very peak of the Dueling Peaks mountain. So where that puts him, I believe, is somewhere in the Lanayru wetlands. And also what you can see in the background of the video, and I really hope I'm putting this on screen so you're not just looking at my map this entire time. But you can also see some forest, and the wetland, as you can see from here, doesn't really look foresty, but there is this little patch over here that is true dense forest. What also makes this location a good contender is right in front of me, directly in front of me right now, there's a Lizalfos camp. So if Lizalfos don't naturally spawn in this area, I think I could probably kite one from the camp and bring it over to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a matchup of the surrounding scenery to make sure I've got the right spot. And if I do, hopefully there are Lizalfos that spawn like where the video shows. If not, I will kite one over and we will start making our actual attempts. This has gone on for so long. Okay, what I'm doing with this video is I'm trying to put enough content into it just in case the actual, just in case the thing doesn't work. And again, I'm not accusing the video of being fake, but just in case I can't replicate it for some reason, whatever that reason may be, I want to have enough to actually make a video out of this. So my prediction is that I'm not going to be able to get it to work. And again, not because I'm saying the video is faked in some way. Oh my god, I think it takes place right here. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so the background of the video is these three pillars and the top of this mountain. We are right where this video takes place. So it either takes place over here, or I think more likely right at the border, like where this bridge comes onto this island over here. I think it takes place here. I'm never going to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure we found the location. So I can just kite one of these guys over if I need. Well, I say one of these guys, but I don't actually see any here. Hello? There should be some here. Yeah, there are. And it's... Is that a green one? Okay. So maybe this... Oh my god, they're all green. Have I done no combat in this file? Oh, that could be a problem. Okay. What I'll do first, the very first thing I need to do is de-equip everything. I need to be weaponless because he is in the video. So I'll do that. I'm also going to take off Daruk's protection because when you target with Daruk's protection, it gives you like an invincibility shield basically. I don't want that because he doesn't have that. So I'm going to get rid of that. He's wearing clothes, so I won't take off my arm. Ladies and gentlemen, we found our contender. Okay, this is 100% where this video takes place. 100%, dude. I'm gonna put side-by-side comparison of this versus the video. This has to be where it is. So I'm gonna assume this guy found this one, which on his file is blue because I'm further in the game than he is. Let's take this guy out. Let me do it from a distance. Hopefully that doesn't irritate him. Okay, we're good. So, no weapons. We're in the right spot. We've got a blue or better Lizalfos. This is as close as we can get. Let me grab the weapon this guy dropped. If he dropped a weapon. Oh, he just had a regular boomerang. Okay, so now I've got even more that I can make this work with. Cool. So, we're just gonna start now. I'm probably gonna be here for a while, and he sees me. Okay. So, I'm gonna get right up close to him. He is like, I think his face is phasing into Link right now, if you can kind of see in the blurred background. Okay, I'm gonna drop this, gonna run away from him. I'm a god. Okay, pick that up, pick it up, pick it up. He doesn't already have a weapon, does he? No, he doesn't. He's just refusing to pick this thing up, bro. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bunch of distance between myself and this guy, and this that you're seeing right now, him spitting at me, this is part of the reason I don't think this is gonna work. Because Lizalfos have their own ranged attacks built in, and they're so fast that they can close the gap. Look at that, I'm sprinting away from him full speed, and he's still able to catch up to me in like 2 seconds. Plus he has a jump attack that he can use to close the gap. So there's no reason for them to be able to throw weapons. Now, that whole rant being said, I don't see why they wouldn't have the ability to if another enemy in the game could throw a weapon. Because in that way, I would think all enemies are programmed kind of like similarly. Something I haven't been doing is staying locked onto them, but the reason I haven't been doing that is because you can't create enough distance for throwing the weapon to be practical if you're locked onto them. At least you can't do it very fast. You can back off and like eventually you'll be pretty far from them, but it's just easier to be able to just full sprint away. So that's why I'm not doing that, but to be fair, I guess that could be the reason this does or does not work. This is such like a... I feel like half of this video is me losing my mind and like being totally stupid. And then the other half is me being like way too over analytical and like talking about the game's programming and stuff. The duality of man, dude. My brain is on such autopilot that I'm not sure if I went on this rant already, but the one variable that this doesn't account for is being in master mode, because you can't tell in the Instagram video if he's in master mode or not, because the indicator for that... Hello? What? Okay, I have never seen that happen before. Why did... Could somebody please explain that to me really quick? What, now that I can think for a second and my brain isn't on autopilot, the other variable that I'm not accounting for here is possibly being in master mode, because you can't tell in that video if he is or is not in master mode, because the indicator is usually right where my fat head is. So like it's where I used to be. It's like right there. So I will try in master mode if I can't get this to work. I've already been sitting here for like 5 minutes trying to do this, but if I can't get it to work in a few more, then I'll swap over to master mode and just come right back here. This is why I brought multiple boomerangs, by the way, because I figured something like this could happen. I also moved my model and now I'm not sure if I'm like clipping off screen. So if I am, I'm sorry. I will fix that when I don't have a lizard trying to shove a boomerang into my anus. Oh, do you know what might have happened? Yeah, you know what? This guy spawns over here. So when I'm forcing him over here and then he does this bullshit where he like runs really far away from me for a second, he might have gotten too far away from his spawn. And so he just kept going into the distance until the game unloaded him and then loaded him back over here. Oh great, I forgot about the skeleton dudes. You know what, I've been trying this for close enough to 10 minutes. I don't think having other enemies is going to affect whether this Lizalfos does the whether this Lizalfos does the thing I want him to do or not. But to be perfectly honest, I'm too lazy to contend with 2 other enemies. So I'm gonna try master mode. I don't think master mode versus regular mode matters. As I said, I don't think the enemy's tactics change, but just in case, because that's the only other variable I can see mattering, maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna boot up master mode. I will get back to this area with some Lizalfos weapons in case I don't already have some. Okay, so we are in master mode now, proof being there. So the only thing is, in this mode, I don't have the bike, so I can't get... Are you serious? Brother, I spent an hour in regular mode trying to force a blood moon. I load up master mode and I get one without doing anything. I am going to myself in Lego Fortnite. As I was saying, no bike, but I do have every shrine because this is my Let's Play file. So I can go just about anywhere. The problem is, as I kind of suspected, I do not have any Lizalfos weapons. So I'm gonna find those really quick, and then I'll just meet you over where we're gonna keep doing attempts, because I don't want to subject you to more irrelevant stuff. I just don't know how long this is gonna take, so wish me luck, I guess. If I hurry my ass up, is he carrying one? I think he's carrying one. I'm gonna kill my horse if I do that. Hold on. He's carrying a boomerang. He's carrying a boomerang. Ladies and gentlemen, can you aim? Thanks. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Give me the boomerang. Give me the clearly worse equipment. You're a spear guy. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I got one. So if worst comes to worst, I can just save the game and I'll be fine. I think at this stage, I gotta just cut my losses and starting. So here's what I'm gonna do. Same thing. I'm gonna get rid of all of my weapons. I'm going to turn off Daruk's protection again. And if there's a blue one here, I'd like to do it more with the... Jesus Christ, that's a gold. Oh, he's gonna shit on me, dude. There is a blue one. We could try this with an actual blue one. You know what? Why don't we try that? And he's already holding a boomerang. I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna hope that guy over there doesn't see what we're doing. And I'm gonna run in this guy's line of sight and get him to attack me. Hey, bro. Okay, so same thing. I'm just gonna make some attempts here for a few minutes. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to call it at that point, because I don't know what else I could be doing to make it happen. As it stands, I don't think being in master mode is what's going to determine this, because again, I don't think enemy tactics change. Maybe they do, but I don't think they do, because he's doing exactly the same thing as the other one did. I get far enough away, he closes the distance either by sprinting or doing his jump attack. I don't think he's done a spit water at me attack yet. I think he has just closed the distance. I'm just thinking, maybe to be fair, what I should do is shock him, get him to drop that boomerang, and give him the proper Lizalfos boomerang. Although they are the same functionally, I'm just thinking maybe it needs to be part of the Lizalfos family of weapons. Maybe that makes a difference. I couldn't see it, but you know what? Let's try it. Let's just eliminate all variables. I need my most shitty bow. They're all really good. Okay, falcon bow will do. It would help if I could aim. There we go. Grab his and drop him. I can't drop it from here because it will just come back to me. Drop him this. And while I'm here, get rid of the bow. I did not mean to drop it. Whatever. Wait, no. I don't want him to take the bow. Okay, good. Good. Oh, okay. That would have been a problem. Oh, they... Oh! Oh my god. I mean, okay, that was not as climactic as I wanted it to be, but holy shit, dude! Alright, hold on. Get away from me. Get away from me. I need to speak. I need to talk before I lose my train of thought entirely. Yeah, walk away. Like you always do, like every man in my... What? So is master mode the difference? It might be a master mode only thing. Again, I have so many hours in this game, and I did not even know that could happen. Now, the reason that I might not have known that could happen is because when I did my master mode playthrough of this game on this file, I tended to avoid combat because in master mode, the enemies are just damage sponges. Like you do the same amount of damage, but they have more health, like regardless of what level they are. So I just like did not fight anything. Hence why there's still blue Lizalfos here. Blue is the base level in master mode. So it's entirely possible that the reason I didn't know that this was a thing is because when I played through on my own file, I was a puss. I learned something today. So, confirming that video is totally, like, it's legit. The only thing is it might be in master mode and it does not show that, but in fairness, it can't really because of the way that the video has to be cropped. I feel like my jaw hit the floor when it actually happened. I was just sitting there like, for like 30 seconds. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, this was totally unscripted, unplanned. I just felt like doing this. So if you like seeing stuff like this, I'll do this kind of thing for other games or other stuff in this game even. But this was a totally spur of the moment thing. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you in whatever I decide to do next. Later.